Wife cheats, gets husband jailed, then screams at a shocking gift. What was inside will blow your mind. You won't believe how my life turned upside down. My wife cheated on me, got me arrested for something I didn't do, and nearly destroyed my life. But in the end, I sent her a gift she'll never forget, a gift that made her scream so loud the neighbors came running. Here's the full story. Hey Reddit. I 33am and my wife 29F were married for 4 years. She cheated, got me jailed, and I sent her a gift she'll never forget. Lauren and I met 6 years ago. It was one of those classic love stories, or so I thought. I was 27, working my way up in my career, and she was 23, a bright, energetic woman who lit up every room she walked into. We fell in love fast and hard. Within 2 years, we were married in a small, intimate ceremony. At the time, I thought she was my soulmate. We were partners in every sense of the word, or at least that's what I believed. For the first 3 years, everything seemed perfect. We bought a house, traveled to new places, and talked about starting a family. But as the saying goes, you never really know someone until you're faced with adversity. And for me, that realization hit like a freight train. It all started one seemingly ordinary Tuesday. That day, I came home early from work, excited to surprise Lauren with her favorite sushi. I just received a promotion and wanted to celebrate with her. I remember the moment so vividly. The sound of the front door opening, the smell of the takeout, and the faint laughter coming from the living room. At first, I thought she was on the phone. But as I walked closer, I realized there was another voice, a man's voice. My heart dropped. I turned the corner and saw them, Lauren and some guy on our couch, laughing and holding each other in a way that left no doubt about what had been happening. The sushi fell out of my hands and hit the floor. They both froze. Lauren's face went pale, but she didn't look apologetic. She looked annoyed. The guy, some random dude I didn't recognize, grabbed his shirt and bolted without even a word. I stood there, stunned, waiting for an explanation. Instead, Lauren just sighed and said, "You weren't supposed to be home." Her indifference hurt more than the betrayal itself. When I demanded an explanation, she said, "This marriage hasn't been working for a while. Maybe now you'll see that." I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I just walked upstairs, packed a bag, and left. I stayed at a friend's place for a few days, trying to wrap my head around everything. Lauren and I had our issues, sure, every couple does. But I never imagined she'd cheat, let alone act so unapologetically about it. I tried calling her a few times, hoping we could at least talk like adults. Every time, she either ignored me or texted back something cold and dismissive. Eventually, I stopped trying. A week later, I thought things couldn't get worse. I was wrong. One evening, there was a loud knock at the door. 2 police officers stood outside. They told me I was being arrested for domestic assault. At first, I thought it was a mistake. But when they mentioned Lauren's name, my stomach dropped. She had filed a report claiming I'd attacked her the night I caught her cheating. She even provided evidence in the form of photos of bruises, fake bruises, as I'd later find out. I spent 2 nights in jail before my friend bailed me out. Those 48 hours were the darkest of my life. I couldn't believe Lauren, the woman I'd loved and trusted, could stoop so low. When I got out, things only got worse. I was served a restraining order, which meant I couldn't go near our house or even retrieve my belongings. She got the house, the car, and most of our joint savings. To make matters worse, she was telling everyone, our friends, my coworkers, even my family, that I was abusive. Some people believed her. Others didn't know what to think. But the damage was done. I knew I couldn't let her win. I hired a lawyer and, at their suggestion, a private investigator. If Lauren was lying about the abuse, I needed proof. The pie worked quickly. Within a few weeks, they uncovered a treasure trove of evidence. Lauren wasn't just cheating with one guy, she was juggling multiple affairs. Texts, photos, videos, you name it. She even bragged to one of her friends in a text about how easy it was to fake the bruises, saying, "Thank God for YouTube makeup tutorials, lol." The pie also discovered that Lauren had been transferring money from our joint account into a private one for months. She was setting up her escape plan long before I ever caught her. With this evidence, my lawyer and I built a case. It wasn't easy, but after months of legal battles, the truth came out in court. The charges were dropped, and Lauren was exposed for the liar she was. But I wasn't satisfied. I wanted closure, and maybe a little poetic justice. After the court case ended, I decided to send Lauren a parting gift. It wasn't about revenge, exactly. It was about letting her know that I wasn't broken, and that I knew exactly who she was. I sent her a beautifully wrapped gift box, delivered straight to her door. Inside, I included a divorce papers, already signed by me, along with a note that read, "Your turn." Another is a USB drive. It contained all the evidence of her lies, texts, photos, PI reports. I knew she'd never share it with anyone, but now she'd always know that I had the truth. And the third was a necklace. It was the one I'd bought her for our second anniversary. She'd lost it a year ago. Turns out, she'd pawned it. I bought it back just for this moment. And finally, at the very bottom of the box was a sealed envelope with the words, "Open last." According to a mutual friend, Lauren couldn't resist. She tore open the envelope immediately. Inside was a single photo of her and one of her boyfriends on our couch, the same couch I'd caught her on. Underneath was a simple caption, "Smile for the camera." Apparently, she screamed so loud that her neighbors came running. Lauren tried to contact me after that. She called, texted, and even showed up at my workplace, crying and begging for forgiveness. I ignored her. She made her choices, and now she had to live with them. As for me, I've started over in a new city with a new job. I'm healing, and every day feels a little brighter. The best part? I'm finally free, from Lauren, from her lies, and from the toxic relationship I didn't realize I was in. And Lauren? Last I heard, her reputation is in shambles, and her circle of friends has grown smaller by the day. Funny how karma works, isn't it? And that's a wrap for today's video, folks. Stay tuned for more exciting content. Thanks for watching.